Hi, I'm Malcolm Stewart.
John Marchetta. Sit down. Sit down.
Susan has told me a great deal about you. She says you're quite a man.
She says a lot of wonderful things about you, too, Mr. Stewart.
That's always nice to hear, Mr. Marchetta.
Call me John. May I call you Malcolm?
Mm-hmm.
Let's talk business.
That's music to my ears.
I understand you used to be in the construction business.
Yep, 43 years. Here's a brief description of 43 years of on-the-job training.
That is some history. You're a valuable asset, Malcolm. Very valuable.
Thank you. Yep, 43 years. Half that time in my own construction company. Big jobs, factories, shopping malls, that kind of thing.
Then you retired.
Yes. After my wife died, and I felt I should spend more time with my children and grandchildren. I lived in Florida, and they lived in New York.
I understand. My daughter, Cammie, lives in New York. I like being near her.
When I came here, I planned to take a few months off, relax with the family, and then look for some work. Put my experience on the line. But unfortunately, there isn't any work for a retired person my age.
Sometimes there is, and sometimes there isn't. Well, I'm involved with an organization, and we're trying to resolve that problem.
What's that?
TOPS. T-O-P-S. Means Talented Older People's Society.
Oh, I'd like to be a member. How much are the dues?
There are no Jews. The organization serves major companies in this city. Why? Because our members are men and women like you. Experienced, talented, retired. But our members want to go out there and use their talents. They want to work.
That is fantastic, John.
I've got an idea for you, Malcolm. Just fill out this form for me. It'll only take a few minutes. Sit right here and do it while I talk to my secretary. When I get back, we'll talk about my new factory. My company's a member of TOPS, so I try hard to find opportunities for people like you, Malcolm. And when I see an opportunity, I can act on it. Well, I can use your brain power on the job right now. Have you got time this morning to go over to the construction site with me? I'd like to have you meet my foreman, get some background on the job.
I've got plenty of time.
I'll be right back. We'll go over to the job site together.
Malcolm, you worked on the spaceport project?
My company was a contractor. I built the theater there with my own two hands, practically.
I understand.
Well, I'm glad to see you two guys getting along so well. Because, Danny, Malcolm is on the TOPS team. He's going to be working with you for a while. His experience will be valuable to both of us.
Welcome aboard, Malcolm.
I'm going back to my office. Give me a call later, Malcolm. I'll tell you the time and date of the next TOPS meeting. I'd like you to meet the group.
I will, John. And again, thanks.
No, thank you. And thanks, Susan.
He's quite a man.
A real inspiration for me.
Okay, Danny. I know you didn't expect to have me around, but I think I can be of some help to you.
Let me tell you something, Malcolm. With your background and experience, I can learn something. And I do need some advice on a difficult problem. Let me show you this.
I don't want to give you a final opinion without studying these building plans more carefully. But A simple solution might be to move the air conditioning units instead of redesigning the entire system. It might be simpler and less expensive.
You just earned your weight in gold, Malcolm. Welcome aboard.
It all happened so quickly. I can't believe it.
I'm glad Mr. Marchetto was so helpful.
He was more than helpful. He actually took me to meet his foreman.
I'm thrilled for you, Grandpa.
I don't know how to thank you, Susan. You're a wonderful granddaughter.
It's good to see you so happy.
I'll be at the construction site tomorrow. What are you doing tomorrow night?
I'm not doing anything. Why?
How about a date with your grandfather? I owe you a good steak dinner.
I'll accept. Tomorrow night, you and me, dinner. What time?
I'll pick you up here at 7. Is that okay?
I can't wait. And you can tell me all about your first full day back on the job.
It's a deal.